Hi all and welcome back to my Let's Play of Morrowind. We are going to go and find a guard for our stronghold that we are getting upgraded to the final level. And then we need to clear out some bandits, some banditos. So we've got the choice of going to the fort, the Legion fort, and we ain't going to mess with the Legion. I'm really lost. Where am I? Is it up here? Yeah, it's up here. So we're going to go and ask the... No, it's not up here. Going to go and ask the Fighters Guild. God. Where am I? Ah, okay. I've got my my north-south sort of split and mixed up in my head there. So yeah, we're going to go and get this done, and we shouldn't be far off done. I don't know what I want to do with the Mages Guild. I'm still considering it. I'm just excited to go and play
So what do you want?
Oblivion. So, who here can help me find Guard Against Bandit? Speak with Flania. She handles the contracts. Flania? Downstairs, I assume, then? It's been a while since we've been in here. Didn't we kill their guild leader? I'm sure it's nothing. Hello. Could I have a guard for my house, please? We do not have enough men to hire to just anyone, but I do know someone you could hire. His name is Fjolgir. For 1,000 septims, I will send him word and contact. Pay the gold, and he'll be waiting for me at my stronghold.
Yes,
Good. So we just now need to go and clear out some bandits. Can't think of a better way to spend a Sunday morning. I just wonder where they are. Anyway. See, I don't even have to hold down with my left hand. Just press the Q and do the auto walk. Got to love it. My house is this way, isn't it? Let's follow the river and then it's like up here, isn't it? On the plateau. Anyway, so what have I been doing? I forget I have to like think about some things to talk about. Should have really done that beforehand. Have I really been playing anything? Hades is the only thing. Hades is so good. Hades is real good. Are you bandits? No, you're the egg miners. Bandits up here. Yeah, I've got a video that I've wrote the script for it. I think I've mentioned it in about the last 3 videos, up and coming on Hades, talking about how death works in it, and I've just not got around to it because life be busy. But I just want to continue playing that game at all points. It's got a really good flow. I got 4 wins in a row over the last couple of days. Guard Against Bandits. I can help you with the bandits. I know just where they are. A little cave called Zanisipilu, just across the Odai River and south over the hills. I can stay here and guard the strongholds while you fight, or we can fight together as long as your gold is good. My gold is good, but I'm going to go and do the fighting myself. We don't need help. Plus, I'm just going to end up getting him killed or something weird, aren't I? So, yeah, I've got like 4 wins in a row. I got like my first win, and then just proceeded to get 3 further wins straight away. And that feels good. It feels like I'm internalizing a lot of the rules of the game. And progressing with it, and yeah, it's definitely something I want to stick with, and it ties together so well. I'm getting story at good intervals, I'm progressing at good intervals. I don't feel like I've hit a roadblock too much, or when I have hit a roadblock, it's been it's not lasted too long, and I felt like I've internalized like the rules of how to overcome that relatively easy. So yeah, it's just been a lot of fun to play. Supergiant know how to make games. I feel like Supergiant is such a company of progressions. Like, I think a lot of people think about Bastion as like that's their big touch point. If you're not like super into them as a studio, they're just like, oh yeah, Bastion's what they've done. But each game really does sort of progress their whole almost like skill level, or they've just internalized like lessons from each of them, and it feels more polished and rounded. And you can tell it's like sort of a team that's gets more and more direction as time goes on. I think like if you go back and play Bastion these days, it plays okay. That was always my thought when I first played it through, and it was, you know, enjoyable for the story, the writing, and the world, and like some more of like the weird mechanical extremities. But the actual moment-to-moment combat felt a bit. It just wasn't as good, you know, and what are you going to expect as time goes on, apart from these things to change? Okay. You never quite know how close these caves are going to be until you find them. But yeah, then they go on to make Transistor, which is just like they just get weirder as time go on. I actually think Hades is probably like their most normal game, so to speak, because it's like it's a genre that's been done before and been thought out, but they are making meaningful changes and putting their own style on it. Are we going to have to research where this hideout is already? This is like, I think if I wasn't playing the game on video, this would be something that I'd, you know, spend my own time and find like these locations, and I do enjoy not having map markers these days actually, but that is not necessarily the case when I'm playing up for a video. Oh, we're here. We're in a really weird spot then. I think I've missed it. I can't even remember what it's called either. Right. Kill bandits. There's no like thing I can choose to be like, oh, this is where you need to go. Okay, one sec. Get away from me. Right, let's get our magic back. And I found it. For those following along at home, it's here. So kind of like a lot closer. The way I got here was this route. So very efficient to me. Okay, you are going to attack. I find it so weird that this spell like does nothing to humans, it seems, or certain like two-legged things, but any creatures it doesn't load damage. Let's switch to this. Honestly, I wanna have an easy time going through this cave. Still gonna take your money. Don't desperately need it, but I'm gonna take it. But yeah, I've even lost track to exactly what I was saying. It was something to do with Hades and just how it's an absolutely fantastic game. And I would recommend it to everyone. And it's a sort of game... the thing is, when I first started playing it, I was like, ooh, do I want to do a video series on this? Do I want to look at potentially doing a daily challenge sort of thing? Or doing a daily run? Anyway, there's no daily challenge. But you never quite know with those sorts of games if it's going to have the legs to do that. Sorry, I'm just going to free all these twin lamps. Go free. Thank you. Twin lamps. I do not know if they really exist. It said they help slaves like us escape. Until you arrived, I did not believe I will ever see Argonia again. I want to do that quest. That's going to be one we're going to have to do before we finish up. So yeah, I wasn't sure if it was going to have the legs of like you finish a run and you're going to want to come back for more. I know that's like explicitly part of the design when it comes to roguelike games, but you're never quite sure. And I don't think it has got like the depth maybe of a like a Binding of Isaac. And I don't even necessarily think depth is the right word there. I'd say variety. That's like the key thing with Binding of Isaac. You can go back and get it like... Well, I recently saw that Northern Line, I think, is up to 1,000 videos in that series of playing Morrowind, and you can just keep going back and playing it and still find weird combinations that you were not expecting to get. Whereas I don't think Hades has that. I think I haven't seen everything, but I'm getting to the stage where I've seen a lot of what the game has to offer, and there is there's definitely some variety still to come, especially with the duos. Like, there's situations where you're just not going to end up with everything. Just seeing if it said if I cleared it out. I think I need to repair my bow as well. But that being said, it does feel like you could kind of keep doing daily runs on that game for a while and still be getting a lot out of it. I certainly am. And I just, yeah, it's been an absolute joy and continues to be. Would recommend. I was looking in Steam when I logged on and just being like, oh, Port Royale 4. I love that sort of theming for a game. It'd be really interesting to play, but I've just realised I've got that much to play at the moment already. I don't need to add more to my list of growing games. Is there any more, or have we finished the quest? I'd assume we'd get a journal update if we've finished. I don't want to leave and be told that I need to come back here, if at all possible. I assume we've finished it though. We seem to be fairly cleared out. We'll have another quick run around. It doesn't take up too much time. Yeah, because that's where we came across that way. So yeah, we have been through here. Been through here. Because of the way the dungeons are made, you're never quite sure if, like, I come down here, I've missed, like, a path going off or something, but it doesn't appear so. Oh, I'm getting stuck on the geometry. Okay. Okay. Well, we know how we're going to get out of here, then. I'm going to have to use you. What? Where's this? Oh, got to walk back to Balmora now. Right, okay. In fact, join me in Balmora. Continued watching Doctor Who. Even though I'm not ill anymore, so I don't need to watch it. To be honest, I think I need like a really good TV program to watch. I know that's me throwing shade on what is a fairly beloved TV program. I'm finding it's really hit and miss. Like, I like Matt Smith, who I'm up to now. I can't remember if I mentioned I ended up watching those Doctor Who. I like him well enough. I think he's good, but I'm just finding it. Like, some episodes are just like weird sci-fi amalgamations that don't really seem to be saying anything, and there's just enough like weird British patriotism involved in it, and just enough and it's like to the point where I've googled like patriotism and Doctor Who, because it's like it's not willing to question certain figures from history or any of that, and it just takes them as generally good. And like, Christmas is like, in the mythology of Doctor Who, Christmas is really special, like really, really special. Like, I find Christmas is obviously a big celebration joined with a lot of people and is enjoyable, but it's like, it's magical. Which, I know, to be fair, I just realised what I was saying, and I've just realised it's a kids' TV show, so of course you're going to portray it like that. I just think with it being... It's got the trappings of a lot of sci-fi stuff, and with it being in those realms, it doesn't service the same expectations as I would have had of maybe a different breed of that sort of thought process. But yeah, and then just some of the episodes are just, like, bad, and some of the episodes are like incredibly good, and that makes me want to watch it more. I know, that's bad, isn't it? I shouldn't want to watch it more because of that. I should want to get away from it and go and find something more worth my time, but it feels like there's more to pick at and pull apart, and that is probably entertaining to me. I've come to the wrong side again, haven't I? Been playing this game for like 50 odd hours and I still can't find my way around the first town, or the first proper town. Sack me from this hobby. Definitely. Right. I don't need to go to the Fighters Guild actually, I need to go up here. Sound. Okay, this should be enough to take us to the last level. Stronghold. You've earned high rank. Guard against bandits. I hope the hideout was helpful in rooting down the bandits. I'll give orders to put the finishing touches on your stronghold. Sound. I imagine it's going to take a couple of days, so let's just like stand here and wait. I'm getting impatient now. None of this RP stuff of going to waiting in like in a pub or something. I'm just going to do it on the spot. I tell you what, this is my show, so I can talk about what I want. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Too many, one might say. But this week, I've been recatching up. There's probably one of my favourites is an actual play podcast called Campaign. Campaign Skyjacks is what it's currently, its iteration is. And I really enjoyed it. It had like a reboot. I like all the cast and characters. I like the DMing style. It's basically for those who are really out of the know, it's Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not that. It's a different system. It's a different way of playing it. And the idea is a group of people create a world together and play through some fictitious creations with one person running it. I don't know why I'm filling people into these basics, but you don't know what people know and what they don't. This particular system they're playing is called the Genesis role-playing system. It's one I've actually DM'd myself, and it's so D&D's got a lot of rules. It's got like more interpretive rules, I would say, and it's more focused on like creating a world and acting and stuff like that. So I've been listening to this show for a long time. I think it's absolutely excellent, and I stopped listening to it at the beginning of lockdown purposefully because I was like, I'm going to save these episodes in case things get bad enough where like I've got like this perfect comforting blanket that I can draw over myself and escape into. And it never got bad enough for me personally. I got very lucky in that sense. So I decided to dip back into them and actually be listening. Is this changed at all? We should have got some before or after shots. I'm not sure if that was there. Let's go inside.
I don't know where to begin. It is such an honor to meet you.
Thank you. I mean, you're not getting a pay rise, but thank you. Some arrows. Can I open? They shouldn't be locked to me. I don't think anything's changed. Perhaps I have to wait longer.
Searching for a special tool.
Let's do like another couple of days up here and just see if everything changes around us. So yeah, I've been listening to it last week or so, and it's final stage of my stronghold should be complete. I wonder if some weird thing has happened because I'm inside. Oh no, we've got a new building. So who are you, and why can't I move? There we go. Barter. So I've got my own shop with hardly any money. Very useful.
How wonderful. Welcome.
I'm not taking anything because it's pretty decoration. So that's where I've been sleeping. Is this my new like house part? Oh, so there's houses for people. Got a loot. That's a fancy loot. What's upstairs? Tures. We've got a trainer. Very good. That's us done in House Halalu, apart from one last quest that I do want to do. I'll finish with what I'm saying, and then we'll move on with our lives. All of us. Sorry, I'm having a stretch. Ooh, that's good. So yeah, just a little tidbit that I really liked about it was basically there's one character that's very withdrawn and not very talkative and won't express emotions. And basically, the GMs included another character where to power their spells, you have to share moments of intimacy, and that includes sharing these parts of themselves. And it's such a clever way to get that character to open up, and it works so perfectly in the world and setting. And I just think it's absolutely, like, genuinely some of the most intelligent, like, character-driven stuff that I've seen, and I would recommend that show to anyone. It's absolutely brilliant. So I think we're going to have one more episode of Morrowind for now, and it will be put onto hiatus after. And in that one more episode, we are going to do the twin lamps, because, well, it might take 1-2 episodes, whatever, but we're going to do twin lamps, and that will be out on Wednesday following this episode. We are going to then put Morrowind on hiatus. I do want to come back and do the DLC at some stage, but I'm done with this game. It's good. I've had a great time, but I want to move on to things. I've made the decision here and now. So we will be putting it on back burner. We'll come back for the DLC down the line, but we're going to move on to Oblivion. So expect that to be out over the next week or so. But one more episode of Morrowind in the meantime. Thank you for joining me all this way. I appreciate it. If you could comment what sort of build you would like to see from Oblivion, that would be interesting to see what people say. Like the video if you want to support me, and subscribe as well. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.